I could not find a video on this, so I'll make one for you guys. This rubber seal right here. I'm gonna show you guys how to put it in, and what's in there, what it should look like when it's done. So on your back side, these will be out on both sides. Down inside of here, there's a channel, and you can see it with your door panel off right here, that this seal has to wrap around and then push in. Let's see if I can get you. So if it's not on, there will be a little gap right there that the rubber has to go. And it goes all the way up into here, hugging that. If it's loose, when your window's going up and down, I'm sure it's gonna bind up and come off on you. Same thing on this side, it's just a little harder to get into. This seal goes all the way down. Let's see if I can show you through here. Okay, it'll go all the way down, and in there's a channel. And you have to push it in that channel so the window will ride inside of that right there. So that's kind of the explanation of what's happening here. If this doesn't fit tight, you can squeeze it and it'll close that up where it can fit, and it ain't gonna just fall off on you. But I'll go to this other side over here and I'll put that one on and kind of show you as I go. With this seal, first thing you wanna do is make sure one side's got a taller piece of rubber than the other. If it's got the taller, that taller goes to the inside of your window, so that'll tell you which side you've got. So this is taller. It's gonna go in like so. Now if you was on the driver's side and the shorter was on the inside like this, it will still go up on there, but these bottom pieces won't fit right. So that's how you know which side. I didn't together so it can start feeding in. Like I showed you on that other side, there's that rubber that seats against in here. Once that's seated, that's how you know it's in there. So you can go to this side. Don't press it up on there yet because you need to come up with it. Now this one, you line up this that your window travels in with your window. Push your rubber down and kind of let it feed itself into that track. If you don't let the window help you, it will not go in the track very easily, which right now mine's bound up in there. Let's see. It's going a bit sideways. There we go. Just got to keep pushing all your extra little pieces of rubber in until that rubber that sits on the inside of your skin is at level. And once that's all done, you can go around the perimeter pushing it in. Like I said, if these aren't tight, you can squeeze them together to tighten. I've already done that with all of mine. So once you get this and it's in the shape that you want it in, you need to go inside here. I've got my door panel off, and make sure you get these. Okay, now here's the inside. So you've got it fed in, it's coming down, you got that seated. Now these are, you have to get these in around and on. It's a little hard for me to video and do it, but okay, so after you think it's on, you have to make sure that this rubber is around that ledge. All right, let me see if I can get you a better view of how this actually slides in. So you put your window on where the window's gonna ride. Now you got a metal track inside of there, and you're kind of just fishing it down that metal. See this rubber's getting stuck right here? I'm gonna have a paint stick for that, but I'm gonna use this real quick. And you just gotta make sure it doesn't get stuck as you go. There we go. I'll have to smooth this with this, but yeah. Once that's slid in, you can test it by shaking your window to make sure it's riding in the rubber. And then you just gotta make sure it's inside the metal channel that's down in there. I can check because I have my door panel and everything off, but if you didn't, you could look right down in here and see. You don't have to have your door panel off to do this. All right, our next seal, we're gonna do this outer seal. That way we can see all the clamping areas. Because the next one just pops in, it just slides over, it's an easy one. But this one you gotta actually make sure it pops in. So I'm gonna go grab that. I don't mind this black, that's just POR that I rubbed inside of there for rust issue. Okay, you can set your outer sill just like I did to make sure everything's going to line up correctly. You want it to have the bevel toward the back. Then we're going to check in here to make sure our clamping areas, which are those right there, are going to meet up and clamp. You just got to make sure that curve's lined up. Start slowly pressing it down. Okay. Your last one, it's going to have these little ends that look like that. They will curve up with your other trim you've already installed to match it. And it does have the felt toward the inside. That's what your window's going to touch on. These are the easiest ones. You just come around, make sure you're in that channel. Like I said, if the channel's not tight enough, you can squeeze them and that'll tighten you right up. You line it up, make sure they're in the channel before you start putting any pressure. That's it. Bring you in and show you what that looks like. All right, what do I got here? Okay, see how this matches up right around there? Comes all the way down, matches up right there. You just want to make sure all of this is felt, that your window's going to go up and down on, and that this is all pressed all the way down. You can see that by there's no big gaps here. If this was launched up in the air, you would know something's not right. You go around the whole thing, make sure there's no big gaps. And that's it.